Welcome to Barnsdall Junior Art Center's online piano series. My name is Vera Lugo and I'm a piano instructor at Barnsdall. This is the 9th video in our series, so you should go back and check out the first 8 if you haven't already, so you can keep up with what we're doing today. Today we're going to start talking about how to read music, which is very exciting. We already learned about rhythms and how to notate them in our 5th lesson, but how do we know which note is which? That can all be determined by this thing here.
This is called a staff. A staff is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And when we write our music, we put something called a clef here on the left. In piano, we use the treble clef and the bass clef. Treble are the high notes, bass are the low notes. When we put these two staves together, this is called a grand staff, and this is what we read piano music off of.
Each of the lines and spaces on the grand staff matches up with notes on the piano. There are a couple of ways to remember which line and space are which.
On the treble clef, the high notes, the lines are E, G, B, D, F.
There's a sentence that can help you remember what those notes are.
Every good boy does fine. The spaces on the treble clef spell out the word face. F-A-C-E.
Notice that we didn't talk about the spaces below the staff or above.
Those are D and G. And you can figure those out by following the musical alphabet. Like, let's say we start on A. We know that this space right here is A. And if we go up, we can go A, B, C, D, E, F, and there's G.
Okay, let's look at the bass clef now.
The lines down here are G, B, D, F, A. The sentence I like that can help you remember that is good burritos don't fall apart. So true.
You can make up any sentence that you like to help remember the lines and spaces. What about the spaces on the bass clef?
These are A, C, E, G. All cows eat grass. Another true statement. And again, these spaces below and above are F and B. And you can count up or down from the musical alphabet to find out what those are. Like if we start here with A, which is this lowest space in the bass clef, we have A, G, and there's F.
There's one more really important note to learn here.
It's this one right here.
It's in the middle, so does that give you a hint about what note it might be? It's middle C. Anytime you see this note on written music, it's middle C.
If you start at middle C and move up, you get a C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C.
You can also start at middle C and move down, and you get a C major scale starting from the top.
Try playing a C major scale and follow along with the music here.
So now you know how to figure out what any note on the staff is.
Let's add a time signature here in our staff. We're going to write 4, 4 on both the treble and the bass clef.
This means that there are 4 beats per measure, and each beat is the length of a quarter note. The top number is how many beats per measure, and the bottom number is what kind of note gets that beat. You'll see many different time signatures in music, but today we're going to stick with 4/4, or what's also called common time.
So let's write a 2-measure phrase here.
She draws a single vertical line, leaves of space, then 2 vertical lines.
I'm going to start on this treble F. Let's do F for 2 beats.
Head and upward staff.
A half note. Remember, a half note looks like that. Then let's move to G right above it for another 2 beats, another half note. Notice how that makes up our 4 beats, right? 1, 2 quarter notes, 3, 4 quarter notes. We can write 1, 2, 3, 4 here so that you can see that. So in our next measure, why don't we repeat that G for another half note, 1, 2, and then let's move back down to F, a very simple melody, 1, 2.
That sounds like this.
1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nicely done. Let's try one on the bass clef now.
Let's start on this C down here, which is one octave below middle C. Remember, middle C is here. And let's do 2 C's, quarter notes,
Heads only.
2 D's, also quarter notes there,
Draws downward staffs on quarter notes.
2 E's in our next measure, quarter note, and then let's end on a C half note, like that. So that would give us this rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That'll sound like this.
1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Awesome job. Okay, I have a challenge for you today. I want you to see if you can find a piece of sheet music in your house or maybe online and identify the first 3 notes in both the treble clef and the bass clef. Parents, you can help with this one. So that's really it. Now you can start notating the compositions that you write. Remember that exercise we did a few lessons ago with just the 5 notes, C, D, E, F, G?
Those 5 notes we used in our melody writing exercise, they're right here. C, D, E, F, G. C, D, E, F, G.
See if you can write a melody just using those 5 notes in 4/4 in the treble clef. All right, now that you know how to read music, it's time for you to practice, practice, practice until you're a pro. Have fun and see you next time.
Barnsdall Junior Arts Center, Department of Cultural Affairs.